now in today's market, he's completely flipped. During his most recent shareholder meeting, Warren Buffett said that he no longer sees real estate as an attractive investment. And when he really digs into it, what he says is pretty shocking. It's a lot easier to make money in the stock market than it is with real estate. Or as he says,
it's so much harder than stocks in terms of negotiation of deals, time spent. There's so much more opportunity in the security market than in real estate.
Now, in terms of whether or not this is true, let's start with median home prices, which over the last 100 years have increased an average of 4.3% during a century where inflation averaged 3%. This means that if you just bought a random house and did nothing but hold on to it, that house's value would increase just 1.3% a year above inflation. However, even though that seems really bad, that's only a tiny amount compared to what you could be making with rental income. Generally speaking, on average, a home typically receives about $3,000 a month for every $500,000 of value. And after expenses like property taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs, and vacancy, you could very well be making an additional 2 to 6% every single year on your money. On top of that, you also have another very special aspect of real estate, and that would be leverage. This means if you put $50,000 down on a $500,000 home, and now the home is worth $600,000, you didn't just make a 20% return. You made a 200% return on your initial $50,000. And that return is phenomenal. However, as Warren Buffett points out, this isn't as easy as just clicking a few buttons and being done in less than a minute. Home ownership and investment takes a lot of time and effort, and it's ongoing. It never stops. Like most people, never take into account the time it takes to find and negotiate the right home, the cost of inspection and closing costs, the effort of ongoing repairs, the time of management. It's exhausting. That's why I think for most people who are not full-time real estate investors, I hate to say it, they'll probably make nowhere near as much as they could have made investing in the stock market, and will spend way more time trying to make these outsized returns. Like, just consider that since 1928, the stock market has averaged a 9.8% a year with dividends reinvested. This is without any work, no management, and no borrowing. Just buy a single fund, take a few seconds, don't paper hands when the market falls, and do nothing. You and I aren't Warren Buffett. 99.99% of people are never going to see the returns that he does. And for everyday investors, it is possible to make a significant amount of money in real estate if you're buying as an investment and you're prepared to put in a lot of time and effort to run it successfully. That's it. If you're looking for a place that you could move into yourself that you plan to keep for at least a decade, then yes, buying can make good financial sense. But at the short term, at today's mortgage rates and prices, investing in other assets seems to make more money on paper, even though it's more volatile.